Hi everybody, welcome to Materia D&D, where we play a D&D our way, and we are on session 162
Yep.
today, if I'm not mistaken. We are picking up with the Crass Menagerie stories on top of the Mountain Choke, where they just had a arduous battle with a enormous pack of hellhounds that have claimed these badlands essentially. Uh, as their territory for countless decades. Um, However, they came here for a purpose. The reason why I should say they came here for a purpose. Following information that they've uncovered and researches that they've made on their own while they were here, um, unwillingly. Uh, it turned out that it would be faster for them to go to the mountain peak to leave rather than try to traverse the Badlands to leave through by normal means. The reason for that was they had acquired a artifact that was forgotten or abandoned in one of the ruined facilities that are found around the Mountain Choke. This artifact had a specific nature to assist with teleportation magics and plane shifting. And I think now that they've had their chance to kind of traverse this, they understand that it was actually purposely left here and purposely utilized here as this whole mountainside, some hundreds of years ago, was used as an arcane research facility in understanding, manipulating, and benefiting uh, from teleportation, plane shifting, making contacts to other planes, etc. However, as time went on, and perhaps you know individuals got lazy, or original individuals that were responsible for the projects moved on or passed away, uh, that led to errors, flaws. Eventually, the accident at the choke happened, which they uncovered was the portal device that they were using. Um, Essentially, made a connection to a another portion of another dimension, theorized to be part of the weave, and they weren't able to break that connection. And ever since then, the choke, the actual manifestation as a choking cloud, was spilling forth and covering the lands, skies in this area, and was what turned what was once a lush, vibrant mountainside and mountain peak and summit that is part of the Great Coral Mountains into an arid badlands. That it even warped the lands around it, causing rivers of lava and stuff to spread. Um, so having decided to go back up the mountain rather than try to navigate the Badlands, the Menagerie also encountered a long dead figure of the past, an individual known as Knight Damos, Knight Davos, excuse me. Um, and Oddly enough, when they went to speak with his body via Speak with Dead, it was a different experience. Seemingly, his connection with his deity or the power of his deity was such that he was able to give them essentially like a full conversation, giving them details and trying to give them understanding. And they got some insight from Knight Davos, and they also got to see just the personality that was Knight Davos. He saw this as an opportunity for someone to finish up his last mistake, his last failure, bequeathing his equipment and his knowledge upon the Crass Menagerie, as well as a fragment of his powers, which went to Allegretto. So Al has a 22 charisma now. Um, the Menagerie ventured forward to go to the portal and try to shut down the choke. However, before that happened, Rock planted a magic bean and rolled 100, and whew, dozens and dozens and dozens of magical beanstalks and vines began to erupt from the ground and completely changed the landscape. Uh, we're talking some beanstalks were 30-foot wide or 30 or even more. Some reached 40 feet up into the air. They just completely covered this, what was like a flat expanse that was used for research on top of the mountain, to a, yeah, a vine covered sprout riddled terrain. This actually, in some ways, worked to the menagerie's advantage, as they were able to traverse these paths that was created by the vines to kind of hinder the mobility of the uh, the numerous hellhounds. Uh, but yeah, essentially, the vines were drawn to the portal themselves, and the menagerie did see that many of the vine stalks are now reaching through the portal and now on the other side. However, the menagerie did engage the hellhounds. They did handily deal with the hellhounds, and they did find the opponent, the Houndmaster that waits atop, that Knight Davos struck devastatingly, however, did not eliminate, and they did have to fight the Houndmaster. Uh, with one hell of a shot, nice shot, kid. Our boy Cielo virtually dropped the Houndmaster. However, as it still was able to stand, and remembering the specific pain, it went directly after Cielo and almost ended his life. Thanks to the haste and quick actions of their colleagues, they were able to rescue Cielo, and we are now picking up with what few hellhounds in this area remained. Um, Running through the portal to find safety as their their master is officially, well, like, slain before them. We are on still the top of the Choke Mountain, where the Menagerie still have some task before them to try to either revitalize Telly, shut down the portal, get out of here. So we pick up after an intense encounter. The fallen body of the Houndmaster, half submerged in one of these unnatural rivers of lava that have spawned over the decades, with, I believe, Davis just getting done pouncing and jumping and stomping on his skull, uh, trying to destroy it just to make sure that nothing else would happen. The vines and sprouts still remain. Choke still remains, flooding ever continuously from the portal before you. And this portal, I must say, is like 30 or 40. I guess I can put it 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 30 feet tall, 30 feet wide. It's a large um, arcane structure. But yeah, I leave it to you guys to do what you want to do. And then for the sake of this, I just kept them on here so the stream and everyone can see there's a lot of dead hellhounds. I'm gonna start clearing them up just because they're just in the way. So
Yeah.
good job. I'm gonna leave the Houndmaster here and the Alpha because they're big, but all those other guys can go away.
So you're okay now, Cielo?
Hey guys, that hurt.
Yeah. What do you think that? What you did to him, I think was just about as good, just about as bad.
Yeah, was it a good shot?
Oh yeah,
Let me see it.
it was very impressive.
They're
Jeez.
not still alive, are they?
No. The ones that were left they took off. The rest are gone.
Davis, make me an intelligence check.
Oh, okay. My favorite.
Yeah.
6 for a total of 5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The hounds are gone. That's
Yeah.
great.
Well, well, hey, where's Ben?
Right here.
Oh, did you bring me back?
Um, Back, no. Took the poison out of your system, yes. That would have kept you from being able to be healed correctly.
Oh, guess that was a pretty close call. My
Oh, and I'll kind of look at Davis when I say this. Some of the hounds went into the portal.
Oh, I think that's okay, right? I mean, we're gonna close it, aren't we?
Well, can we with the vines going through it?
I don't know.
I mean, I think so.
Al,
Great.
it's Rock,
You guys
Karos,
have
you
rock at your
guys,
disposal, so
right? Like you guys, you're smarter than me. You know how this thing. Maybe you know how these things work.
Would I know if? Oh, sorry. Please.
what's up, Cielo? What would you know?
Mhm.
What was your question?
Would I know if this portal can be closed easily?
Huh.
I don't know what the apparatus is that we have to close it. I have no idea what that.
Well, yeah,
But
that's part of the scary part is you really don't know. But you can um so kind of to paint the picture a little bit for you, the token is kind of a representation. It's a excuse me. Um, it is truly a an arcane marvel of a structure. Before you, you see like this archway that's built of metals and stones. Various intricate carvings and scrawlings are upon it. You do see that the portal itself looks like, uh, just for the sake of like simplicity, it looks like, one of those Stargate portals from the series, over shimmering. But you do see that coming out from like the top third of it is this perpetual dark soot cloud. The choke is just always just streaming out, going up into the sky. Um, it is clearly active as you see that it is from. I mean, there are the portal is open because you can see the shimmer, but you can also see that the whatever mechanism, be it arcane, mechanical, alien, it's not clear to you at this point. Um, Usually when there's lights and glows and some sort of visual cue, they're all giving that off. Like you do see like there's various uh, etchings that are glowing. There's like even things that look similar to like buttons that seem to be active. But if you want to, you can, depending on what you're interested in, you can survey the area to try to get a better feel for like what maybe is
I
all.
think the first thing that I would look at, but I would try to like shrug off some stuff first and like look at Al, like, hey, I'm feeling pretty slow, but I think I could still walk. It hurts. We need to get the
You,
fuck out of here, but
you need some help there, buddy?
yeah, let's just look for anything on that like giant portal thing. If there's like a receptacle or like something to put in something. Naturally, portals don't just stay open. If you could consider natural thing.
Right. Priorities. Okay, back to the portal. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
And Rock will say, portal good. I think if we manage to somehow get Telly and the portal to, I don't know, to be happy with one another, we can get out of here. And he picks up Telly and looks at it, and you can see it's like
Is there gonna be like another
so dark.
tabaxi coming out of that thing, like your book?
I can ask it.
Well, you say it like
Hello.
it's. I don't know.
Dink,
You
dink,
say it
dink.
like it's alive or something.
Uh, no,
And I
no, no,
don't.
no. It's not alive. I just think it's. How do I want to say it? It's if I understand what it is, and it's anything like that guy, and he points to his engine that always, floats around his head and his staff. Um, they're not alive, but they're definitely more than just magic. They're like I don't think it's gonna ever have a conversation. I don't think it's like a person. I don't know. It's just powerful, but like this thing's almost dead or depleted. I don't know what the right word is because I don't think it's alive.
Okay.
But
Guys, do we need to worry about those hellhounds coming back through? Should we set up some kind of defensive position around there in case they decide to come through while we're trying to figure out how to, when I look at rock, deactivate this?
Yeah, let's set something just in case. Never be too prepared. We'll hold both sides just to make sure.
yeah, and if someone, whoever wants to roll for rock, if someone wants to roll me a just do an intelligence check in this case because I don't think he would know what to associate it with. So D20 plus his intelligence.
I mean, I can do it. Proficiency or no?
No, not in this case. Well, let's say no, not right now.
Okay.
Because he's
Then
still
just
figuring things
19.
out. Just 19. Okay, then yeah, fine. To your thing about like if it would be able to close, I think it doesn't matter if anything's in or halfway in, or I think if you just close it, it just severs. Just I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be in between when it happens, but I think it'll just cut the stalks. He looks at the stalks and he said, "I'm sorry I did that. I was just nervous."
I think it worked out, honestly.
Yeah, right.
And
But
Davis will call out to hey, Ben, Carlos, can one of you get on the other side of this thing just in case,
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
just keep a
I
perimeter
think
on it.
sides are best. I don't. So if we look at the portal, is it like shimmery, like you can't see? It's not like a window. It's like.
not a window. No.
Okay.
It's not a window.
It's
Like, I
Stargate-y.
don't.
So
They
it's very
probably.
Stargate.
They probably can't see us back, but I'd really hate to find out when something large
Comes
grabs
barreling through.
someone and
Yeah.
pulls us in. So.
So,
Yeah, maybe
but
stick.
now that you guys have a little bit of time to kind of walk up to the gate, look at it somewhat proper. I'm not saying you guys have gone up and investigated, but look around. You see that, yeah, it is a massive structure of incredibly precisely cut stones, held together by equally as magnificent and intricate metal structures. Uh, there are all manner of, without an understanding, glowy bits and things that just having been adventurers now, yeah, that's clearly magical. Like it doesn't make sense. However, Davis and Karos and Ben, as you guys kind of approach and get around it before anyone else, you do see that there must have been other attempts to contain what has happened, or there were other defense mechanisms in place. Because as you're stepping around the area, and you guys are kind of raised up thanks to the sprouts and the vines, and so you actually have like somewhat of an easier way to investigate like the whole structure because you're able to actually kind of get up towards the top and look at the top of the portal, the sides of the portal. You're not just uh, restricted to like the bottom portion of like the bottom 10 feet that you could see and reach. You can actually kind of get a 360 view in a way of this entire structure. But there's old and like rusted and decayed metal implements and structures. And as you guys get a little bit closer with your passive perceptions and everything, you see there's like a gauntlet looking thing. There's almost like and you kind of swipe some of the dust and soot off of it, and it extends almost to like a forearm and an arm. And anyone that is proficient in Arcana, out of the three of you, I don't know if any of you are, but you can go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. If you're not, you can roll me an Intelligence check at disadvantage out of Ben, Davis, and Karis.
Yeah, I'm not good at any of those, so.
Maybe you'll You never know. Double ones
Which-
happen. Double 20s happen.
Which again were
Davis,
the
Karos,
list?
Davis, Karos, and Ben, because I think that's who.
Yeah, I meant the which are
Oh,
options to choose from.
Arcana. Arcana. If you're proficient in Arcana, it's a straight roll. If you're not proficient in Arcana, it's an intelligence roll at disadvantage.
Intelligence disadvantage. Okay.
So I got 10, which is actually impressive if you know what my
Yeah,
intelligence modifier is.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, Karos got it well too. And then
Well, that's
Ben, it's a crit.
save.
No. Oh no, it's a save.
Which
So
I don't have proficiency in it, so
got it.
it
So
should
it'd be
be.
just
Or actually -1 off of it because I get
The
plus
+1 to
1 on
saves.
cloak save. So
Yeah, I was about to say, how'd you get
16
the
instead of
6?
17.
yeah, got it. Cool. All right, so yeah, Ben
0.
definitely Ben nothing. So yeah, Karos, your friends are kind of not sure what they're looking at, and as you're seeing kind of Davis kind of get down and just kind of dust off, and you see it start to extend. These are remains of constructs or golems or something that were likely deployed to try to push back whatever was coming through the choke and had failed. Kind of giving you a moment to think about it, you saw, and as Cielo pointed out, there was almost like a ballista-like structure on the opposite tower from the observatory. This metal, like almost like railgun looking thing, to give it like a context. So they definitely had a means and thought of ways to possibly try to divert an accident or a catastrophe. And you're saying like below, they when they lost control of this, they lost control of it because you're seeing long. Now that you have a chance to really focus, you're seeing long, like almost turned to ash bones of individuals. You're seeing constructs and golems that have been decimated and destroyed and ravaged as they're just kind of scattered about. You didn't really get a feel for this because you guys were traversing the sprouts and the vines, but below you, yeah, it's almost like there's been carnage here, long forgotten, but maybe when when shit hit the fan, yeah, they weren't able to really stop it. So
These.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
history.
Go ahead.
History.
History.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
History?
History.
Then some history. Here, and he'll point at the ground. History.
Ah.
His history.
Draw the line, the eye to the history.
History. He's done it.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Not
that thing
the-
that I saw, the ballista thing. Yeah.
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 Looks like a.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing that made this go crazy, but looks like they were trying to keep it contained, but apparently they weren't as strong as what's his name back there, because
Davos.
poured through Davos. Yeah.
Do we
Just-
know if this was summoned from this side or the other side? The only reason Ben brings it up, he goes, because maybe we have to close it from the other side?
God, I hope not.
Does anybody know do we have any information on someone who was on the other side of this and what they saw? Because it may be different.
I mean, I don't suppose we could talk to the Houndmaster? Is that a thing we could do?
I'll look at Al.
I did
Uh,
make
You've got the mask.
I made a bit of a mess of him, but I don't think that matters for the mask.
Did I expend the charge when we tried to talk to Davos?
You did. Yeah. You still
Okay.
you still
The ink
use
is
the
gone.
charge. The ink is gone.
Expended.
Is it only one per
I'll
day?
hold the mask.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
I'll pull the mask off his belt and the paint's gone. No, it's didn't have any power left. I can't open this one. No.
I would say
Just 'cause
tomorrow, but I
wanna,
don't want to be here till tomorrow.
if you want to roll me a d20 and just let me know what you roll for a rock, I'll see if Rock would think
Sure.
of something or not. I don't want
A
to
3.
meta it too much. Nope, he wouldn't think of it. Yeah, Rock will say, this is not associated with the roll, it's separate, just so you don't think I'm focusing on it. I don't think it matters. It's a door, right? We can shut it from
I mean, that's if that's
hopefully
how that
either
works.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just have to close it.
I mean, there's got to be something that's keeping it open, right? Like magic needs fuel,
Okay.
so
Is it like
there's
the lava or something, or
I um I'm
I'm just thinking of like heat.
anyone proficient in nature, go ahead and roll me a nature check.
That's Rock too. Yay.
He's going to be a lot of rolls
Rock
here
gets
because
27.
the lava wasn't here before. I think the lava's yeah. Al, you're like, oh yeah, that sounds right. Like lava, heat, steam engines, like yeah, they boil things, and then yeah. So like you associate like, oh duh, and then Rock's like, no.
Does that have like a water wheel, but it's like a lava wheel? You ever think of
Yeah,
that?
for sure. Magma wheel. Let's go.
Magma.
Okay.
This man. He's getting it.
That was an alternate name for our band at one point.
Don't steal. Copyright.
It's actually a pretty sick name, actually. It's kind of a sick name.
Magma
Magma
wheel.
wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm sorry to go down memory lane, guys, but no, the all this was different. Like, remember when we were with the tribes and it was green and lush and water and trees and it was nice?
Uh-huh.
I'm
Sure.
pretty sure
Oh, so
all of this was like that. I think the lava and the barrenness and the badland and the blastedness is all because, and he points up to the sky, whatever that is having an effect. That's that, and that's coming from that. So we need to turn that off, and there wouldn't be lava if it wasn't for that in the sky. He just keeps pointing, trying to sound smart, because he's having a hard time expressing what he's.
So, is the gate causing that I point to the sky, or is that in the sky causing the gate to function?
I think. I mean, I wish we had more information, but I think that. Okay. So uh, Davis, you've told us that you've been on boats before.
yeah.
So you know how they sometimes in like
Ships
the
really.
larger cities they put like gates in the water to prevent ships from going through,
You mean like locks?
or kind of, yeah, like water locks, right?
Yeah.
But if they open it and the water's flooding through too hard, like in the case of a storm, they can't close it because it allows the water to get out so it doesn't flood the area. They
Okay.
can only close it once the streaming has stopped,
Oh.
kind of for like a safety. I don't think the cloud is keeping it open, but I think the cloud is just able to escape, or the choke is able to escape because it's never been closed.
Interesting.
Like I think I I I I mean if the thing is able to pull power from the other side, then this thing is much more complicated than I would ever have imagined. I think it's just the gate that's been opened and it's just jammed and we can't close it. And then the choke is the water coming out of the water gate. It's just been flooding for 50, 60, 70, I don't know how many years. I don't
So
know
you're
where this
saying
thing
we
gets power
stop
from.
the choke coming through, that gives us an easier chance to close the gate somehow?
I think I think we stop the gate, we close the gate, the choke can't come through, and we're fix that problem.
Ah, okay.
I think we literally just need to shut the door somehow.
Got it.
Slam the drawbridge, or whatever
Can
it is.
I'll look at Rock. Can you dispel the magic?
Um, I don't
I mean,
think
he does have dispel
so.
magic. I'll say that much.
I don't think I'm because you said you rolled a 27, right? But that
Yeah,
was
I think
nature.
it's.
That was
Oh,
nature.
that was
That was
nature.
an
Yeah, I
arcana.
can do it.
Okay, so yeah, yeah. Go ahead and give me a.
Arcana.
Yeah. And guess what? This is considered a 9th level spell. So good luck.
Oh. And I'm assuming the
Yeah, because
choke itself doesn't have anything to do with it. 28.
yeah, he's got it. I mean, it's a 19, so he got
Oh,
it.
okay.
Um,
I mean,
yeah,
he's got expertise in Arcana. So.
yeah. So I mean, you had a. Uh, so it's really hard to do this as Rock. Sorry. Um,
he's
try not to do it as
unique.
DM. I'm trying to do it as Rock. Um, if we find what's keeping the gate powered, and we can maybe take that power and put it into Telly, it'll close the gate, stop the choke from coming through,
Okay.
and then we will hopefully. I don't know. I hope that we just slam the door on it and we're done.
Yeah. So,
There's got to be
something nearby,
something. There's got.
presumably.
I hope so.
But we don't think it's
Like
this thing itself, and I'll point to the actual like structure of the gate.
it could be. I mean,
Let's
maybe
just
like.
hope that the source of power is on this side. There's
Well, I think it is because I think they built it on this side, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
looks like custom, like built for this.
This looks like they didn't find it. They clearly, from what I understand, they made it. So we made it. We, as in this
Well,
side, made
the
it.
black mage guy or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
Zygmunt, whatever his
Sigmund.
name was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made it with his team or whatever he had, and then it ripped a hole over there, and it's
Yeah,
what's
pouring
keeping
out.
it open. Yeah.
Do we need to go check his lab or something? Like, would that help?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Now that we don't have a bunch of, well, we could have some more hounds coming in, but at least
Well,
their daddy is down.
I'll kind of look at Rock and there's. I may have a spell that could possibly help us. I'm not sure because I haven't seen it, and I'll describe to Rock the locate object spell.
What would you try to find?
Any books or notes or diagrams or something of that nature pertaining to this.
Ah, that's pretty smart. That might be a good idea. That could work. I mean, I could do something really stupid if you guys really want me to.
You know, I have
I can
trust in
send.
you.
I mean,
And it's not
could poke
necessarily
our head.
stupid, right? Like, the whole planting the bean thing was kind of random and weird, but like I said, I think it worked out pretty good.
I mean,
I'm so stuck on the magma wheel idea, so I feel like anything you have will be a smarter idea than that. So I'm all ears.
okay.
yeah, exactly. I'm here to help, but
I I wish I was better at this. So God, I wish I had someone to talk to that knew what was going on. Um, um,
what do you mean? Because I mean, I know portals a little bit.
I know
Maybe not as much
teleportals.
as you. Yeah.
yeah, you're right. I guess we. Okay, so we'll use the teleportation circle as an example, right? It's probably a bad example because there's something on the other side, but you still you're the circle itself is the power source essentially, right? It represents the power. So there's got to be something here that's powering it. If we can get a diagram or a schematic or something, maybe we can find it, or maybe we can just look around here. It can't be that far away, I don't think.
I mean, how
Because
about
why would?
some of us up here keep watch on the portal while those of you who know what you're looking for go check that out.
When we were at the lighthouse thing,
The observatory.
yes. The other point of interest, was that like what we were already talking about with Karos, or is that like the cave? For some reason, I remember a cave.
A what?
A cave?
The cave is what you guys came from. So
Gotcha.
so you guys were down a ways, right? And you were kind of walking through like the original, like I say original ruins, like some of the rubble and ruins, and then there was the two hellhounds, which you guys squeezed through the rocks, and then you were inside the mountain. Once you were inside the mountain, there was a spiral staircase that led you guys up. The spiral staircase spit you out here on top of the choke, where you guys saw the observatory, the damaged walls and ruins, and the, now you understand, like some sort of arcane defense ballista. That was where you guys came out. So the cave is, I guess you would say, kind of behind you, but the cave is essentially like what you guys came through, the tunnel that you came through to get up here. So they basically like built a structure, built it into the side of the mountain. They used the mountain to get up to the top of the mountain, and they built the structure out of the mountain. So it's kind of like using, rather than trying to just demolish the mountain, they kind of just carved their way through the mountain part. And then what you saw was, again, like this area, relatively flat, and they built this gate about 1,000 or so feet away from the structure that you guys came out of, so they could observe and take notes. Okay, let's. All right. I'll. Rock will say. I'll go back. I might be able to know. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll find some papers or something. Maybe I'll find a projection. There were crystals that were projecting. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Hey Al, can I have the horn so that I can blow it if you guys find if we or sorry, not if you guys find something, if something is up here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pat myself and out of character. I think I have it. Not. I took it back from Cielo, maybe.
You
Yes,
guys
did.
have it amongst you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I give it back to you. You have it.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
So
I
bent,
think it's
pasted.
clean, unused today, so should
Nice.
be all of it.
Clean. Okay. Well, when you say that, Davis will definitely take out a little and wipe the mouthpiece. I know better.
All right. I'll leave Pebble here with you guys so I can just check in as well.
Yeah, good idea. Hey, girl.
Hey, he's literally gonna start going. If no one joins him, he will just start walking on his own.
Hey, anybody see where Rock went? Oh shit!
Yeah, go get him.
It's so hot. This terrain
Al.
sucks ass.
Look at you.
Just
Are you
look,
kidding me?
hey,
Where the fuck did he go?
and he'll as he's walking
Help me
back,
up.
he'll just say,
Okay.
as he looks back, whoever's saying him, just look for anything that looks like it's made of the same stuff as the gate. Maybe it's a clue. Maybe we'll find that. And yeah, he'll just walk off. Okay, so we don't have to use the map for that. Al, you're coming with him?
Yes.
Alright, you're not concentrating on anything.
Well, Al is still technically.
What's
I
he
was gonna ask
concentrating?
that.
Suggestion.
Suggestion is 1 minute.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
it's
longer
been.
than that.
Oh, update hours.
It's 8
Concentration.
hours.
Yeah,
You're right,
yeah.
you're right. Sorry.
Homeboy's
I was
running
checking.
his ass off in the other plane, alright?
So
Because I said as far as you can, fast as you can.
I will keep saying like, get the fuck out of here.
Keep
Everyone,
you little bitch.
shit.
See, I think you should leave. It's like, what? No. It's a TV show. I wasn't asking you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's got a hot dog
We're gonna
suit
find
guy. It's
this.
pretty funny.
That's so good.
Alright. So I will ask Portal Crew. So Davis, Ben, Karos, and Cielo. You see Alan Rock walk off. It's gonna take them a hot minute because it's about 1,000 feet of difficult terrain to get to where they need to go. So what are you guys gonna do? What are you guys thinking?
I
I'm just
will
trying to understand.
start a respite for the 4 of us.
I'm gonna watch them walk off and be like, man, I want to join them, but I
No, you hang out
feel like
here.
I just died.
I'll give you a little pick me up, help you out.
Yeah.
Okay. So respite, you will be able to complete.
Okay, so we can
So
use hit dice to heal.
yes. So I'll let you hand out the hit die and do that. I already
I
marked off
might take them
Cielo's
all.
exhaustion.
Uh,
That's
Ah, shit. I
that's
need a short rest, but whatever. I made a mistake.
Wait, do you? Oh,
I
for
got
some
0
of your features.
inspirations.
Yeah. Oh well.
I need to update my cheat sheet. Wait.
Al.
No,
You
probably
can
not.
always join him later. Like it's 10
Mhm.
minutes of rest. He's just gonna walk off. Like,
I just had a dumb question. If I got +2 charisma, but
yes, you have it.
I haven't had a rest since then, so I just gained +1 max, not +1 current, right?
Make sure you cover your tracks.
Um.
You think they can hear me?
Rock probably Al
No,
knows.
I like the anime rule. So no, you have it. Like it's an instant power up.
Boop.
Yeah.
So
I got the little circle and it's filled. Fuck yeah.
yeah, you got yeah. So you do. Yeah, no, I like the anime rule on that. Like that's fine.
Anime
You're
rule's
Thank
getting
you.
the
pretty
power
fun.
up. Yeah, real
I have
cool.
1 bardic inspiration.
Yeah, basically.
Your hair looks amazing today.
Your horns are
Uh,
glowing. What is this?
before anybody leaves, who looks like they're the most injured?
I'm actually kind of
You guys
okay.
You guys can discuss. Like, you guys can meta this part. I don't mind. That's fine.
I'm at 82 out of 137. Cielo, what are you at?
I think Cielo's like in
I'm
his third.
at 2.
Are you at 2?
2 out
I
of
don't remember if I caught more than that. I think it was pretty late. I might have been tired. But D&D Beyond currently has me at 2 HP out of 88.
Sure. I mean, you're
Okay.
certainly very low.
got it.
Yeah.
Cielo, get
Yeah.
80.
80?
Choke
No,
rules.
I gotta roll. I gotta roll.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh, are you casting healing?
D20, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a spell It's a spell check. So D20 plus your Wisdom modifier to see if you are able to get the DC.
I got a 13 on the die plus 5 makes 18.
Yeah, it's a 6th level spell. So yeah, you're able to cast.
No,
You're good.
I cast it at 7th level.
It doesn't matter. The spell
Got
itself
it.
is the 6th level spell.
Get
So you're
80
good.
back, Cielo.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay. So Ben, as you're doing that, it kind of hits you that yes, it's going to take time to do so, but you guys are exposed to the choke, and you know exposure here, and you guys had an extended fight here, so it probably escalated the time frame that there is that chance that mechanically speaking, you're going to need to do Constitution checks just to fight off the choke itself for
Is
exhaustion stuff.
is Al going or staying?
How's going, from what I understand.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Karos, how many hit dice do you have? Because I know you've been using a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I got some chunk back. I'm at 99, so
I just meant how many hit
I
dice
got-
do you have available?
Oh,
I can give you some
I've
back.
got 4 used up,
Oh, that's it?
but
You
they're
ca-
well
you-
4 from the thing. I don't have any that I know of used up from.
And you can't give him back ones with
The baleful.
ones that he
Okay.
uses for baleful. They're locked out until he rolls.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Never mind.
haven't used many for anything other than the baleful.
Okay, I'm being greedy then. I'm taking them all.
Okay, I will let the
Alright.
group know that if we stay here too long, or we may have already hit the area, that we will start taking negative effects from the air around us.
Well, if we need to get those guys to come back or something, we can send Cielo. I think he's pretty spry.
Okay.
Now that you helped me, I still feel like I died, but
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say get used to it, but
I got you,
I'm only-
Bunny. Don't worry about it. I got you.
I know, but I didn't want to embarrass myself by almost dying again. I don't like this happening too much.
So,
If Al was there, he'd console you, but you're out of luck. Good luck.
so we get a short rest,
Yes, so you get the effects of a short rest thanks to
and we
Davis's
can
rest.
spend a hit die, correct?
Yes,
Correct.
as if
I'm
you were.
I'm okay here because I tap on like the mouthpiece thing that I'm kind of talking through. I'm okay. Like I mean it maybe you guys need to like shield yourselves somehow, but thankfully this thing that we found has been working wonders. For me. Not to be I mean you could borrow it, but it's a little gross by now.
Oh, I feel a little better now.
Okay.
Well, no, out of game, I was gonna if Al was gonna stay, I was gonna see if he could throw the hut up,
Oh yeah.
because
He,
that
he
would.
would. He would have to be trapped in it though. He can't leave
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm saying. If he was staying,
Yeah, yeah.
because that would help potentially keep us from the effects, but it's no big deal. I'll look at Cielo just before you go. Let me know so I can hit you with an ability to make you so you can move easily through this stuff.
Oh, he already can.
Sure.
Oh, that's right. He has freedom of movement, doesn't he? Never mind.
Pretty much, yeah.
He's a scout. Rogue scout ignores difficult terrain, so he's pretty good here.
Okay, so after the short rest, I'll kind of look around to see if I can see anything that may be a power source with my limited knowledge of arcane magic.
I mean, you're still Brock said to look for something made of like similar material. So
That's what I want to do. Just randomly, just start like. Too bad I can't summon Scratch to come help me.
I would never
yeah,
bring Scratch to a place like this.
yeah, Scratch would just tiptoe in lava and poof. Um, yeah, sure. Your choice of perception or investigation.
I will go perception.
Okay.
Oh, 14.
14.
Passive is 20, but the
Yeah,
roll
but
is 14.
yeah. So, um, yeah, the way that the land has warped, and now that you see the various bits of constructs and other things that have fallen in the attempts of reclaiming this portal, it in a way it kind of muddies the water for you because now you're trying to look for things uh, that might match that design or other designs. So it's taking you a while to scan the area, and the area that you're focusing on um, at the time doesn't seem to bear any fruits in the positive, like where you could find something similar in nature to the portal.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
I will, because it's us four here, right? I will look at Davis and Cielo and Carlos. Anyone gonna search that guy? And I point to the Houndmaster.
Oh, I could fence him real quick now that I'm not gonna breathe again.
I
Yeah,
think you've
sure.
earned it.
Sure. I'll go like fence his pockets with like oh yeah, I don't have an actual arrow. I'll just prod him with whatever I have and like try to fence his pocket.
Yeah, sure. You can
If they
give
have pockets.
me you can give me a investigation check as you're trying to find out what is on his body that is, I don't know, usable, we'll say.
It happened again. Do you remember the fight before we met the big stony guys? After that fight, I got a natural 20 on investigation when I went to go look for stuff. Well, it
Yeah.
happened again.
Okay. Cool. Um,
33
so
total.
33. All right. Um, so it's weird. Um, something that Knight Davos said when you were listening to him talk to your friends You kind of get that effect now that the adrenaline has subsided and you approach this Houndmaster. He said something about, things that don't have souls are not meant to interact with things that do have souls. And you feel it, and he said something like you feel it, and it's odd. You start to feel rather ill as you're around this uh, body. Not like in the point of like where you're poisoned or anything, but just it doesn't feel right. It feels off. However, you're able to take some of your training. You apply some of your training where you focus on something off in the distance to allow you to just keep marching. Where you're able to, you know, get a goal in mind and continue to just hop towards it, and you push through that sense of like as if it was like you're ready to get jump scared at any moment, essentially. Uh, and then you start to kind of his body is massive. He's 20, 25 feet tall. He's broad. His you fit in his hand, uh, or what remains of him, because part of him is rolled over and is melting in the pool of lava. Um, and his head is completely crushed and decimated thanks to Davis jumping on it for a good minute or two. Um, if there was anything to take from this, you don't want it. There's something that your your soul is telling you no. Leave it be. Don't take. Not worth it. Yeah.
I I think I would. I get this feeling before I even like get close, or just like that feeling when I am close, right?
You pick it up pretty quickly, but then it becomes like like this mounting sense of dread as you're kind of going through it, and you're kind of like as you're spending some time next to it, and kind of it just gets more and more and more intense to the point where if you were to listen to your better self, you'd just say nope, 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 hard nope.
So Cielo does have that in his brain.
His
He
conscience.
may
It
have trained
exists.
himself not to have it, but it's strong enough with a natural 20 to say nope.
It will go right back
Yeah.
and explain to him, hey, I don't think anything should be going near that. We should just close the thing first. It'll probably like there's just something bugs me. I maybe it's just because I died. I don't feel like scared, but I kind of do. It's hard to explain.
You
And
didn't die.
You didn't.
It was
and
close.
It was
Cielo, the one
close.
I
thing I
feel like
will
I
say
might have.
also, as you're walking away from it, you do start to feel like that sense of dread start to kind of lighten and wash away. And as you kind of look back at it, you do notice with your sharp eyes that, in a way, this entity is very slowly fading,
Oh,
just as if you can go ahead and give me a Arcana check or a History
sure.
check, whichever one you want to do.
Arcana.
Okay.
I'm proficient in Arcana. Does that give me advantage or
No,
no?
just a regular. It just means you get to add your
Oh,
proficiency bonus.
19 total.
19. Yeah. So, um, yeah, that's higher than your reliable talent, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Okay. Um, so in your travels, not on this side of existence, to
Mhm.
leave it vague, you did encounter things that, um, when They expired. They eventually, their remains were sent back by some means to where they belong. Feels like this is happening to this guy, though slowly.
They're kind of like disapparating, like right in front of us.
Doing what?
They're you see their corpse, it's kind of like fading a little bit.
Did you mean to say
They don't belong
disappearing?
here, obviously. Yeah, exactly. You know, if I did die, maybe that could happen to me.
Would it? Are you?
Am I disappearing? And I like look down.
No, like, would that happen to you?
I luckily haven't had to find out yet.
I mean, all of you have been around death. If you guys want to roll me a history check, you guys can, or a medicine check, you guys can.
No, more I'm trying to get the vibe if he knows something about himself that, like, he would behave kind of like this guy.
You can insight check him if you want.
Yeah, but advantage because of my totem, baby.
Sure.
23.
He has no idea. I will just tell him that
Yeah.
I know that he doesn't know.
Right.
But
you're
you
not
do
gonna
with
disappear.
that.
bud.
Yeah, I will say Davis with that, because I don't actually remember how much like your characters actually know. You do get the sense that Cielo, just on reading what he's saying, that he's probably left, like you guys have, but he's probably left the Materia, the Narrowscape before, in some fashion.
Yeah, he's made
But
hints for
where,
sure.
you're not sure. Yeah.
You're not gonna disappear. It's which is good because we're powerful enough that we could get you back you know if you wanted. That's the way I think it works.
I don't know if I even would want to.
Yeah. Maybe not.
My brain's a little too cloudy to think.
I mean,
about
we
this
need
stuff
you for
anyways.
now, though,
This place
bud.
sucks. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Well, I guess not for now. I don't know. This place sucks, though. We should get out of here.
It does suck. And yeah, I hope they find something soon.
Speaking of, Al.
Yeah, I didn't want to go through any of that thing stuff because every fiber of my body said
Give you a little bit of the heebie-jeebies.
it was like a little more powerful than that. But yeah,
Do you want me to?
I mean, just be careful.
Sure.
Ben with a medicine check 27. Oddly enough, given your species background, there is an understanding that, keep in mind, materia, this is Adam speaking to players, materia planescaping is different than traditional D&D planescaping. It's similar, but it's different. When a creature from another plane of existence falls on a foreign plane, there seems to be some sort of fundamental rule that attempts to reclaim the material, the essence, the body, what the entity came from. So in our terms of speaking, like if a lot of the trophies is like if you kill a demon, they return to hell and they take their shit with them, kind of thing. Kind of the general rule in materia fundamentals. So like if you are from the mortal plane, the material narrowscape, and you go to the elemental plane of fire and you die there, the fundamental rule will try to pull your body and your energy and your soul back to where you came from. Does it always
It's
happen?
an
No.
It's an energy balancing thing.
Yes, kind of
Got
thing. Like your energy is from here, it belongs here.
it. Okay.
Your body
Uh,
is from here, it belongs here. It tries to reclaim it.
Okay. To pull a page out of Carlos's book, I will explain planescape, 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 planescape fundamentals.
Yeah, because you rolled
Planescape,
fairly
Planescape?
well with the medicine. Like you
I
understand the
never knew.
physical side of it. Yeah,
Planescape,
exactly.
Planescape.
So that's what's occurring is his being, his matter, his whatever
Yeah.
is returning to wherever that portal leads to. So Cielo, you're not going to turn invisible, waste away because you're here
Yeah, you're
and
from
you're
here,
from
so you're
here.
yeah. So actually,
And
I
then
mean,
when I say that, all of a sudden a little realization pops into my head. What
Hmm.
happened to me then?
Um, I will say with an educated guess, your people have been here long enough where they've probably become like they've become part of this system, but you don't know. That's fair.
after saying let's yeah, I'll go take a look at him, like, and hearing Planescape, 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 that whole explanation, like as I'm walking over there, then like David's pace just slows, stops, and like I better not. It kind of just comes right back.
Okay, good. Hey, that's gonna make you roll a wisdom save.
Is the
Nice.
same
Okay.
thing happening to the hellhounds and all that we see around us?
Yes,
Okay.
much more
Yeah.
rapidly because they are with a 27 units. They are much smaller.
Yeah. I'll explain it. Like, say, look, I'll point to one of the hellhounds. Like, see, it's already happening to this creature here. Which, by the way, what are we going to call these things?
But Ben, I will also say real quick, the one thing that is true, usually not everything is reclaimed because like, remnants remain. So like with the Hellhound skull that you got,
Mm-hmm.
the skull still remained because the draw wasn't strong enough to pull it all back. But a lot of it went away.
How about Fire Fangs?
They are plucked and you can check the bag of holding if you have
No,
it.
that was
'Cause I
my
think you
option
guys
for what we're gonna call them.
Oh, Firefangs. Okay, got it.
Sounds good to me, Firefings.
Yeah.
I don't like saying that.
Works. All right. So Portal Crew, anything else before I jump to Observatory Crew?
So we did get the respite off, right? I assume.
Yes, I said
Okay.
you got the
Cool.
respite off.
Nice.
No issues. Keeping an eye on the portal. It's kind of hard to not see it, and it's just standing there, and it's kind of
Yep.
rippling, and the choke continues to come out from the top third of it.
I don't
It's still
suppose anyone
glowing.
can conjure a giant cork.
Just plug it. Easy.
Just create or destroy water, a torrent of water into the port.
Just
We
need a
could
really thick, wet cloth.
we could just shove all this vegetation in there.
Ah.
Just keep cramming in plants.
That's how doorways work. You put something in it and it stops.
Sure.
I mean, there's one going through it already. It's already only a third of its stuff's coming out. I could totally see that. That'd be like our like, and it will never be a problem again. You just like walk away.
Then you just clap your hands together like done.
We
Yeah,
wedged
this is
some
where the
rocks.
DM's brain is thinking, and it's like literally you're just shoving vegetable matter on the other side, and there's like you don't know how much space it is, so you're just like you're filling in
Till it goes.
an
Till it stops.
ocean, right? And you don't have enough, so you're just okay. We just keep going. We just keep going. All right. I will let Portal Crew think if there's anything that comes to mind while I jump over to Al and whoever is rolling for Rock, and I will try to roleplay. Unless if you, by all means, if you guys have any roleplay stuff for Rock, like please, it's easier for me not to because I don't want to unvirtually give you more information than I really think you guys have. Um, but Al, you guys do make it. It's a bit of a trek. It's kind of arduous because climbing over the various vines and beanstalks. Eventually, you guys just kind of decide to walk along the ground and only climb when necessary. and you get to the now completely crumbled and destroyed, and I mean just it's destroyed because of where the vines originated from, observatory. What few walls were remaining standing originally are overrun and pulverized. Uh, you're looking at the source where all these sprouts and vines came from, so it's very, very thick mat of green. And you might be muted if you're talking now.
Nope. Sorry, no. This place is getting ridiculous. This is such a tribulation just to get back over. The beans are hopefully at least gonna. Ah. How you holding up, Brock?
Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I like
we
that
we
answer.
we need to find. Made this hard on us. Uh, we need to find books. We need to find scrolls. We need to find crystals. I mean, they had those crystals projecting. Maybe there's something like that. We need to find. I
That's a
don't
good
know.
lead. Yeah.
I I mean that I fucked up. We had everything in there, and now it's he just kind of looks around, scattered. Uh,
We could have known. Just gotta keep.
yeah,
Just gotta keep pressing forward. You know.
yeah,
We're Menagerie's pretty good at that. Rolling with the punches.
but it feels like sometimes I'm punching y'all. Um, sorry. Um, yeah, let's I'll
You're
he
good. You're
just
good.
points over. He'll just point over there. I'll go look over in that pile of rubble. And, good luck. And you just
Good.
walk.
Good.
You can give me an insight check if you want.
Okay. Oh, nice. That's one of my terrible ones.
You're still jack of all trades. You're not terrible at anything.
12. That's decent.
It's okay.
You get it's enough to get the sense that Rock definitely doesn't want to be around anybody. He appreciates you coming, but he doesn't want to be around anybody.
Mm-hmm. All right, buddy. Be sure to check in every minute or two. I'll I'll be like 10, 15 feet over here.
Books.
So it's
Look
just
for
books,
books.
diagrams, crystals. I like the crystal idea. That's a really good one. We doing
Yeah,
are we
pretentious
doing
wizard crystals. I think you were right.
I think he's got the ego for it, yeah. Are we doing fast or quiet? And Owl kinda like a fucking Disney villain. Like put his hands up like he's sneaking around something. Getting ready to sneak around.
Quiet works. We might as well focus and make sure we don't miss anything.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. Any points? I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah.
All right, you can whoever's rolling for Rock, you can give me an investigation check. Al, you can let me know what you're doing.
I'll
And if you are guidancing yourself with Rock, you can't fail the test check. Yeah, you can't. So
Yeah, he'll guidance himself.
wait,
can
can he?
I
He can fail because he
Oh,
doesn't have.
because he's a
He
cleric.
doesn't have. Yeah, he can actually fail.
Okay, I'll roll it.
I'll can I assist Rock in his investigation?
Sure, but let's.
So it's 7 plus whatever, 12, 13. So yeah.
Then yes, yeah, he can cast it, and you can roll the investigation at advantage
Okie
since
dokie.
Al is assisting you.
Now if I was a
Uh,
pretentious wizard, where would I hide my secret
total
plans?
total of 31.
Whoa.
Okay, all right.
That's 13 plus
Um,
14 plus 4. So
Okay, wow. Alright, well, this was
Rock,
gonna take a while, but...
Rock, we gotta think this through. If we were assholes, how would we do this? Where would we draw our plans? Where would we hide them?
Okay. Wait, do you have an idea, Corbin? Like, where would an asshole wizard hide his shit?
Uh, the first thing that comes to mind is there's like one wall left in the room and it's got a portrait of himself. It's behind the portrait, but
You are correct, actually. There is one, oddly enough, there is one wall that did not sustain any damage in all of this. And you guys are like, going slow and kind of looking around, and then just you
we
just
have
see a pristine wall, and it's just this. Rather than him, it's a portrait of him painted in the wall, but it's like this abstract, like conceptual design of the various planes and like lines linking into these like like the linking together, and um yeah, and you see it, and it's written in an old draconic, so like old wizard's tongue, um
Which Rock, of course,
uh,
speaks.
which Rock speaks, which is convenient for you guys. um it's called mirrors onto other realms. He just looks at it. Pretentious.
very. See, you gotta think like a pretentious wizard to think like a pretentious wizard. I don't know where I was going with that, but bless this one wall. That's good luck. Oh wow, we're good at this. We're really good at this.
Can
Do
Rock?
those?
Guess they can Rock try and
Go
stick
ahead.
his hand through it, see if it's real.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, what do I need to do?
I need like, if it's an illusion, it's usually an investigation check against the DC.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah. So he goes to put his hand through
Wow.
it, and it hits the wall.
Okay, it's real.
He's like, okay, it's real.
And then
And then he's like,
he'll pretend that it was actually just going to knock on it. Like, oh, I just want to hear if it's hollow point.
okay,
Good idea.
and he does. And then Al, as he knocks on it, you see that some of the dust kind of shakes, and where this like backsplash is, of all they're like, again, the conceptual design of like what planes might be, maybe like being represented by different gems, and they're linked, and one of the gems kind of shakes loose and falls to the ground.
Can I identify this gem? I'll reach to pick it up.
Yeah, you reach to pick it up, and it's a very what is it, precision cut collection, and it's actually like it's a metal crown, like how they call, what do they call it when when you have a ring, it's called the basket, or the crown, whatever holds the diamond on a wedding band.
Sounds
Can't remember what
right.
it's called, the cage or something. So it's a cage, crown, cage, whatever you want to call it, and it's got multiple different gems, and they are of there's multiple gems, and they like kind of look to represent something. And as you pick it up and look at it and turn it, you see that inside of it there's a little bit of light, and then all of a sudden the light starts to just kind of build up in each of the little crystals, and I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Both of them, or just Al?
It's just Al, because he's
Okay.
picking it up and looking at it.
Before you say anything, I want to see the results. Okay.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay, I'm safe.
That's
Okay.
really good. Pretty
If
good.
it-
26.
if-
It was
if it was-
pretty
if it was-
good.
If it was low, I was gonna say I throw myself on it like a grenade.
Oh, wow.
Rock,
No.
watch out!
Yeah, so you
Save yourself.
see it, you see the light building up, and it's like when you it's not that it's like gonna hurt. You avoid it as the light starts to build up, and then a projection begins to beam out of the. It would have just blinded you for a while. You're like, well, you kind of duck out of the way, and it's like this extremely bright light of just projecting out, and then it projects out and it's casting into the sky because of how you're holding it. And there is a recording of Pretentious Wizard.
Rock. I'm just kind of
He-
mouth agape, staring up at the sky at it.
That's really cool. Do you think they all do that? And he looks back and there's like 40 or so clusters.
Do we? Is the one in the sky saying anything?
Yes. So roll me a d10 just for shits and giggles.
Ooh, it's my favorite kind of game. Give me a 4.
Even. Got it. And low even. Okay. It picks up with um the Mirror Onto Realities project has been successful in chronicling and logging the various different planes and demi-pockets that we have encountered. In this crystal, you will see housed the affectionately called Fruit Loop dimension. Here,
Rock.
yeah, and then it'll just, yeah, Rock kind of, did he say Fruit Loop?
Owl looked like he was gonna say something about, something productive about the other gems, but then once Fruit Loop Dimension is mentioned, Owl's just, attending the lecture at that point. He's staring up at it.
Here you will see that our research notes cataloged under, and then he'll say, sorry, mirror onto MOTR.
Motor. I was taking notes.
Yeah, well, mirror onto the realms. Motor. Hey, you figured it out. The motor project. Motor, and this would be 4. So MOTR 004. And here, this appears to be a reality that consists of sweet scents, vibrant colors. It appears that when a creature that has a psyche enters it, that it is able to manifest some limited apparition of joy or happiness. More research is to be done. Logs will be chronicalized under MOTR 004. And then also because you figured out that it's literally the motor project, you get an inspiration. Woohoo! I wasn't expecting anyone to catch that, which I think is actually kind of funny.
You're doing with the computer guy. Spoil that acronyms.
True.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, it's kind of like, old arcane magic, kind of computer-esque, right? You kind of have to,
Well, yeah,
I like
what's
it. I
the
like it.
quote? Like,
you know,
any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic or something like that.
yes, kind of thing. Yeah.
My favorite is one day humans learn to take some rocks, push electricity into it, and force it to do math. Bam,
That's true.
bam, computers.
That's true.
It's kind of
And
true.
then there was the internet, a series of portals.
Series of rocks.
Ah! Oh my god, so
Humans
many
are
rocks.
so lazy, they forced rocks to do math for them.
I think that's
You
winning.
mean like
I that.
abacus? No.
Oh! Al is entranced about the Fruit Loop Dimension lecture. I'm gonna examine the ring really quick. Is there anything that might signify? I think you said Project 004?
Yeah, just because you rolled 4. Yeah.
Oh.
No, nothing will signify it because you obliterated this. There's nothing besides this pretentious wall that is magically fortified. You know what I mean? Any
Hmm.
type of in lab or in observatory library, I mean, you might be able to find some remnants of it, but there's nothing like there is no location to find it.
No,
If
sorry,
that's
sorry.
yeah.
the gems I'm holding, is there
Okay.
anything like any carving or engraving that would signify it's 004?
Oh, oh, that's a fair point.
Laser cut
Any,
DM.
onto the gem.
even if it's like a dragon, draconic symbol or something like, Rock, what the hell is this?
Yeah, you're right. No, it definitely would have had some. That's something I didn't think about. So yes, absolutely, there would be some sort of denotion so that you can tell what this cluster is associated with. I will say, I'm not even going to make you guys roll for it. As you look at the wall and you look at that, if one of those represents one of the findings, and there's about 3 or 4 dozen of those on the wall, they've
Wow.
seen a lot of places.
Two things, Rock. One, I think this one should be a keepsake because Fruit Image is pretty great. I'm glad we're not the only ones that have found it. Uh, Two, should we like grab all these and run? Like, how do we not get detected with this damn crystal wizard pretentious ass giving lectures out loud? How do we find the right one? Can you read this? And I will hand the 004 to Rock and say, like, is there any? We don't know what the symbols mean though. Fuck.
Um, well, um, uh, give me a just an intelligence check for you and Rock. You cannot help each other on this one. This one's not one.
We can't put our brains together.
No.
So is Rock
Smash,
doing it?
smash.
Is Rock doing it too?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
just a
just straight
generic
intelligence.
intelligence. Okay.
Yes, please.
Total of 12.
Okay.
Oh,
Big brain, 19.
nice.
Ow.
It looks like you rolled a 4. Like the.
It does. It's the virtual dice is cocked.
Yeah, it is.
Ow. Maybe it was the last one. Just find the last one before
Damn it,
everything.
that makes too much sense. So is there any
I'm
kind of?
sorry.
No, that's. I needed that. Thank you, thank you. Owl even facepalm like it's probably the last one he chronicled. Are they in like any kind of order, or is it like an advent calendar where it's like good luck?
Uh, they so it looks like the wall was growing outwards, so you have to just spiral out and just kind of follow this random pattern, and eventually one of the ones that's like on the periphery is this it's almost incomplete. It has the cage that the
Mm.
housing is there for it, but there is where this one has like, let's say, about like half a dozen of these beautiful gems that are precision cut that like perfectly line up and match each other and sit securely in the crown or the cage or whatever we call it. And we're talking, it's like the size of your fist, right? It's a sizable object.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
the one that comes down and falls, or doesn't fall, but the one that you see towards the end it's 2 stones uh, that are nicely precisionally cut, but you can see that there's more room for maybe more information or more recording. And the cage itself, um, rather than being like beautiful and ornate, is just this black cage with bright yellow etchings on it.
Whew. Okay, I will realize the spiral pattern. Count down. Be like, this is number 4. Wait, and he'll just trace. Um, Pick up that one. Find that one. Pick it up. This this should be it.
Rock kind of boosts you up on his shoulder so you can kind of reach it and kind of pull on it. Uh,
Thank you, thank you.
you kind of yoink it
Almost.
out and you
Ah,
take it out. You're holding it, and then you see the little light build up in it again. What do you do?
dodge it with my eyes.
Okay.
Ah!
Yeah, you just kind of project it off to the wall, and it projects. Uh, and rather than it being like an informed kind of um, document, it looks like whatever message was be able to be stored in this crystal is uh, well, one crystal is we've made contact. There's 2 messages in this one, so it looks like each crystal has a message. The first one is we've made contact with an interesting plane. Our instruments have not seen energy readings like this before. We are eager to understand what might lie on the other side. And then it will say MOTTR 04 47. And then the second crystal kicks in, where like the other ones were like smooth transitions, and they kind of went with a similar kind of. I didn't do the whole message for the first crystal, for the food dimension. This one is alert. The site has been compromised. Everyone needs to leave. This is the final recording, as we have lost containment on the Mirrors Onto the Realms project. I do not. If you see this, know that we did what we could to contain it. I'm sorry. And then it just shuts off.
Uh, just for note purposes, this is the same set of gems, so can I call it 47A, 47B? There's no 48, right?
No. Yeah, this will be the final one. And so like each crown holds, like the first crown, the Fruit of the Dimension, I didn't go through all of them, probably had like 6 gems, right? They're all nicely cut and they fit, and each gem would play like an order, giving you a chronicle of the message. This one
Gotcha.
only had 2. Hey, we made contact. Oh fuck, we're sorry.
My bad. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks.
Oop.
Yeah. So like all means to try to contain it have failed. The golems are no use. Magic is effective, however, there's too many of them. I've ordered all scholarlies, like the non-combatants, to leave. I've sent requests to our allies in the Omniscience and the Unveilers to assist. And then the last thing is, I'm sorry. Know that we tried, and I'm sorry.
Sounds like pretentious eventually catches up, but I think we found something related. So they delve into it. How do we find more information on how they made it, though?
Maybe we. What number was this one? 40,
7?
47?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 31, 32, 30, 45, 46, 47.
I was
There's a
trying as best not
48.
to count out of band if I come up.
There's a 48th one.
Wait, what?
It's in his tome. It's on the spine of his book.
Oh.
Brock kind of goes over there and just kind of pulls on it. And when he pulls that one out, rather than the crystal, there's a compartment for it, and a vellum rolls out.
How do you spell vellum?
VELUM?
Two L's.
Vellum. 2 L's, yeah. VE. It's a scroll. It's just parchment
Thank you.
scroll, vellum. Vellum is actually I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's a material. So it's like a fabric kind of material that's cured so that it lasts. And Rock will kind of look at it and say, "Well," and he just kind of points it away from you and him, and just opens it up in the direction painting away, just in case something happens. Okay, and turns it around.
It's safe? It's safe? Okay.
And I need you guys make Constitution saving throws as your souls get sucked in. No, okay, no, you're fine.
Ah!
Yeah, no.
Well, Rock doesn't
Not
have
again.
one, so. Oh shit! Sorry.
Whoa!
He does, because you guys don't get the heebie-jeebies around him.
Do we? Don't we though?
That's different.
You can
But
only
that's
get spooked if you have a soul. You get spooked quite a bit.
No, it's the idea, and this is Adam to you guys. It's encountering something that does not have a soul. Is you're
Boopy.
something that has a soul is used to interacting with something else that has a soul. So when you interact with something that doesn't have a soul, it's like two different formats trying to communicate. If you're going computer
Yes.
languages here, it's like it's weird.
Mhm.
Um, um, we
Oh my god.
I think
Base
we've
can't.
found the design. There's gonna be there's gonna be a device by the portal that's probably knocked over, and I think it powers or it controls. It's how they made the connections. It's how they made. You know when you draw a teleportation circle and you put the glyphs in?
Of course. Chalk. Always. Yeah.
I think they have a permanent kind of one of those things where they move the stones around, and that's how they were. They
Oh.
literally were guessing. They were literally just turning
That's
stones and guessing.
I even mm,
They were spinning the globe and saying, "We're going here."
even even my dumbass knows if you mess that up, you don't come out the other side correctly. Like
But that's what they were doing. So we need to find that, and we need
who
to
are they
set.
sending in there? Whether what is it? Okay, okay, focus.
I don't want to think about how many people died
Right, right. We just
or got
we need to get
lost.
we need to get us out of here. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I have a feeling this guy morality gets questionable, I guess.
In the name of knowledge.
Yeah. Uh, okay. Uh, I guess we go back. I think
Yeah,
we can use this to maybe figure out what we need to do.
right, right. Good find. Thank you for figuring out the tome in the 48. Oh my goodness.
Um, do we want to take any of these?
They're they're not too heavy. I think we fit them in a bag. I can still got my bag on me.
Do you have the
I
bag of holding?
yes. I
It will take you some time, but you can collect all of them if you really wanted to.
I was gonna take 10, 15 seconds to like look around, listen carefully. I'll raise a finger to Rock to
Perception
like
check.
hold his breath. Yeah. Ooh.
Do you have animate objects prepared?
Do oh
Could be a swag
28
way of
perception.
doing it.
Oh.
I always have
All right,
animate
everybody,
object prepared.
move out.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, y'all in the back. Come on, let's get going.
Forget about it.
So Al, two things. So as you're
Uh-oh.
being quiet and you look, you kind of hear this like swelling of. Well, one, you feel kind of like that sense of like when your hair stand on your back of your neck, and and you kind of look around, and then you hear this like rumbling, deep gurgling sound above you, and you look up and you kind of see where the choke, it almost like swells, and it's about it's probably about 100. It's more than 100. Jeez, we're talking about sky here. It's probably about say 500 or more feet above you, which I know is very low in all perspectives. But it's swelling, and you see it kind of swell and fall and like cascade down, and you see the formation of one of those soot haboobs just start to cascade down away from you. But you see what happens, and it just starts roaring, and you see like the origin of it and swelling. And all of you guys, all the way back at the portal, you see this too, where like you see the soot cloud begins to swell and just exhale, and this rush of the cloud just begins to roll down the far side of the mountain away from you guys. The other thing you hear, Al, after the haboob rolls, you do hear some howling because, yeah, you guys dealt with 30 or so hellhounds. There's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of them all over here.
Mm,
There's a massive area.
Nope, we got them all.
Yeah, you got them all.
I declared it.
So, sorry, God has spoken and all the hellhounds.
I mean, with my 5 intelligence check earlier, I'm pretty freaking sure.
Yes. They're not necessarily close, but you do pick up on, when you're camping at night and you hear wolves howling, you don't know how far away they are, but you still hear it
Right.
howling.
Whew. We're surrounded, but to such an extent, I don't even know. Well, if worst comes to worst, we can find a way out. We both got
Rock will say,
tricks up
well,
our sleeves.
and hopefully it'll tell me how to, or tell us. I don't even know if we know how to read this, but hopefully we'll figure out how to turn that off and whatever power it's using get. And he grabs Telly, get this guy energized, and we can get out of here.
Right, right.
And then I think, is it? Do we, if we get out of here, do we tell his boss? How do we get in touch with his boss?
I, 'cause Knight Davis was a long time ago. Was the wizard a long time ago too? You worked under him,
No, no,
alongside him.
no. They seem to have a begrudging relation. I will have to
Right.
look, but I think they were both very prominent and powerful people from their era. But I have the feeling that Zygmunt was really old,
Yeah.
probably based on what he was. Well, that's not here right now, but maybe we need to tell
I.
the. Well, I guess we do know someone. We know we know someone Valers. That's right.
Right. We've got some trust with them too. We might be in luck for. Hopefully, they can share a little more than less.
Okay.
Um. But before I head out, I want your opinion on something. There's plenty other stones here. These gem sets. I think if there were the people who were lost in these experiments, I think it's there's a better word than purpose. They,
Didn't die in vain.
yeah, do. I think it might be helpful for us to take these and study them a little bit. Um, what do you think? How do you feel about that?
Uh,
'Cause from a make us better, make us stronger standpoint, of course it's good, but from a moral standpoint, I to the
we could maybe. Let's.
because
They're
at
not
least
doing anyone any good up here.
true.
So
Uh,
yeah, let's do it.
okay.
Um, um, um,
Uh,
um, um, um.
I need 1 sec to study animate objects.
And I'm mostly kidding. It's 10 objects. If you wanted to do 10 tiny objects.
10 tiny. So that'd be 10.
But it's
10
level.
tiny non-magical objects.
Oh shoot. Never mind.
Okay, so that answered the question. I had 2 options: 10 gems, which is now not a choice, or 10 things to take out the gems. Um,
You
but
might be. I could understand if you wanted to argue like you target the crowns or something and you try to pull them out or the cages.
oh, the cages are not okay.
Maybe I don't know. Like you
Potentially,
would have to.
potentially,
Yeah. Like I could understand that argument.
maybe all one go with 1 spell. It's like, "Ugh."
No,
Oh, it's also concentration.
he'll.
Owl every 6 seconds. I'm saying, "Fuck you, dog." Just
It's
sneering, and Rock's like,
it's.
"What? Oh, okay, never mind."
I think I can do this if you trust me.
100%.
It's gonna
I'll
make a lot of noise, And no
We-
promise that we're gonna find all 48 of them after I do this.
Hold up. I was hoping to get all of them, but
Oh, okay. I was literally
mm,
just gonna take as much of the rubble and just throw it at this wall to just try to trumble it down.
it sounds like the fun solution though. I
Okay,
mean, I
well,
feel like with between Fruit Loop Dimension and the choke, I feel like we've got the most important ones. But I don't know what else is in there. Ah,
that's fair. Okay. We'll do it quick then. We'll do it not quick. Or quick. Okay, what's the detail? What's 2 mean for you?
it's my choice. We're gonna take our time with it.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry.
Fine. It will take you a while. Like it's gonna, better part of an hour probably to get all of them out.
Oh. Is that does that include being quieter, sneakier?
Yes, that includes being quieter and sneakier.
Okay, okay. I think if we start with the hard ones up top, if you don't mind me standing on it for a couple minutes. If you get tired, we can switch back. We'll be on ground level.
I, I,
We got time.
no offense, Al, but I would break your back. You're good. Jump on
Fair. Thank you for the help.
a
Steady, steady.
500 plus pound turtle standing on you. God, that would have
No,
been funny.
I meant both of us standing on ground level. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do not want
Okay.
to die. Do not want to die that
All
way.
right. Go ahead and give me
If you
a.
say strength, I swear to God.
No, 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 no. Like you can do dexterous to try to pull them out. So you can give me a sleight of hand check to see uh how much time you cut off or how much time you add to the process. And then we'll go over to the portal crew and then
Oh!
okay,
Where is it? Where is
Davis,
it?
would you
fine.
kindly?
Yeah, I'm
It's
working
nat
on it.
20.
Sorry. Yeah, I got it.
Woo!
Let's
Wait, wait,
go.
wait, wait, wait. So you got 25 hand? Like that's
Tw-
it? Just hand, not sleight of hand. So you just
25
Just
25 hand.
hand.
hands.
Just
Just
hand.
you just hand it.
I just hand.
He said, catch his hands.
Well, I'm very handy today.
Yeah. All right. I will say because you rolled a natural 20, you'll go as if you're moving fast. I will give you that. So it'll take you
Ooh.
30 minutes to get them all because you guys are working together and you get in unison and you guys kind of know what you're doing at this point.
Okay. We get a rhythm of
Um,
like, okay, brace, I'm gonna pull now. And there we go, lean back a little bit.
yeah,
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting it.
yeah, and it's a good distraction for Rock as well. So you guys do that. Portal crew, anything you guys wanted to do in about the hour that you guys are separated from them because walking there, walking back kind of situation.
Um, I think after a little bit of nothing coming out,
Just chill, Cloud.
just it'd be like, you want to like tie a string to something and throw it in there and see if we can pull it out, and if it's all messed up or not. Just in case we've got to go in there later. I mean, I don't want to
Absolutely.
go in there,
Of course. I
but
was waiting for you
What
to
if we
ask.
fish something out?
I feel like that's the kind of stuff that happens to us.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds fun.
Right?
So, I'm
Experimental menagerie.
gonna go back and get my hand axes too. Oh yeah, like, oh
All right,
crap.
there you go. I was waiting for you. That's why I left them on there just in case.
I
Like,
saw him right at the beginning. I'm like, oh, I gotta remember to get those, and then it's just been like, all right. Oh yeah. Let's
yeah,
see. What do I've got? I don't want to throw my axes in there in case it messes them up. What about?
just tie a string to the rabbit, right?
Pretty much.
Oh
Right.
God.
The rabbit who basically
Well,
just
no.
died.
You see, you start with here. I've got a crowbar. All right. So, uh, who's got some extra rope?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I like this. This is not where I expected this day to go, and I'm happy. Okay.
So Kara's gonna tie the rope. So first, step one, because it's a nice crowbar, he's gonna throw the the other end of the rope in, just like a foot or whatever.
Okay.
Just it'd be like 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, and he'll pull it back out. Like, is it all scorched or anything like that, or what? Any difference?
Go ahead and give me a investigation check.
I only have about 40 feet of rope instead of 50. Just so you
Who cut the rope?
know. But I used it in.
Damn it!
Okay. Well, hold on.
What a perfect use of a.
Wow!
20.
Oh, you got it. Natural 20. Okay.
Mhm.
So like you're looking at it and you're getting at first you know you don't want to get it close to you. You kind of keep it laying on the ground away. It looks normal, so you start pulling it closer and closer. It looks normal. You keep pulling it closer. You get kind of build up this confidence and then eventually you pull the rope up and you're kind of dangling out in front of your arm extended all the way out. Just that you know living at some slack and kind of looking at it. You're peering at it. It looks normal. uh, then you go ahead and you very cautiously like kind of poke it with the end of your hand axe. And it doesn't react, doesn't flinch. It's a rope. It seems fine. It doesn't disintegrate or fray apart when you touch it. The coloration's not off. Looks normal.
Is it warm to the touch?
I wasn't gonna say that he touched it. If he wants to touch it, he can.
Yeah,
No,
I'll give it.
Ben's asking that. Is it warm
Oh,
to
okay.
the touch?
He'll say, being as it looks fine, and there's no discerning difference between the part of it that was in there versus the part that was, on the other side. He'll go ahead and give it a poke.
Yeah. It maybe a little cooler to the touch,
Oh,
but like no, I mean it feels like a rope. The texture's the same. It's not like it became jagged or abrasive any more than like it would be just a rope. The rope is a rope is a rope is a rope.
man,
It
yeah,
did
it
not
doesn't
instantly mutate or change or anything.
seems fine. I mean, 5 seconds over there didn't freeze it, melt it, turn it bursting into flame.
Make it
So,
into a snake.
let's try this. And kind of like he'll like grappling hook style whip it around and throw the crowbar with the rope attached and let it spool out.
Yeah.
Not, I doubt he's throwing it so hard that I I
I get
presume
what
that
you're
it's gonna
saying.
hit
Yeah.
something. You know,
So
he's
you're getting
obviously
what,
not
like
gonna let
20
the
feet
rope.
in or
Yeah.
something? Because you have 40 feet of rope, so you're throwing like half of it in there.
Well, yeah. Well, he'll give a toss and then just he's gonna make sure that like it doesn't keep spooling. Like if it was just a big drop off, into nothingness, he wouldn't just let the rope spool out. But he'll kind of like hold on and let it roll out, catch it. We'll say 20, 30 feet. If it's still going. Basically, if it's getting to like 30 feet, he'd catch it just because he's like, okay, well, I don't want to miss the last 10 feet here.
Gotcha. So, but so if I understand you, about 30 feet, you're allowing for up to 30 feet of the rope to go through the portal, right?
I would say combined with the like, standing 5 or 10 feet back from the
Oh,
opening,
okay.
right?
Got it. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, we'll say,
So probably like 20, 25 feet in,
got it.
the rest on the other side.
All right. So as you, and it's interesting because like when you throw it, since it kind of looks like like a shimmering water, you kind of instinctively just kind of expecting like a splash when you throw it in there, just kind of and nothing. There's no sound associated with it. There's not really even like a visual associated with it. There might be like a slight ripple effect where it kind of punches through to the other side. And you kind of sit there. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Are you doing anything? Are you pulling on it? Are you like trying to
I
move it left and right? Or
I think after like 5 seconds, he'll just start slowly pulling it
reeling it in?
back in. Yeah.
So as you start to kind of reel it in slowly, uh, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Okay. Oops, that was ID 20.
You rolling complex dice?
Always.
16. All right. So as you go to kind of pull on it, you feel like a little like it snags on something. Start to pull on it a little bit. What do you do?
I'll start pulling a little harder. Be like, well, I don't know if it hooked on the vine on the other side, or if I'm now fishing. But yeah, we'll pull a little harder just to see if it feels like it's, like if something's tugging back, or if it's just, when your line's stuck in the weeds, you can feel a little bit of pull, but the resistance grows.
Gotcha. So as you give it a couple more pulls, and it does, and it comes like it's just all of a sudden like this. You pull a little bit harder and stronger at one point because you're like, okay, give it a good little pull with your strength, and whatever it got stuck on, apparently you pulled it through, and it just kind of comes flying through the portal towards you, like you pulled a little too hard, and it lands next to you.
No deck save needed.
No deck save needed. He rolled high enough.
Oh, fair.
If he rolled low, I was gonna make him do a deck save.
Nice.
If he rolled really low, he may have brought something out with him.
Nice. You pull back a
Because like literally when he said fishing, it's like this is literally where my brain was going.
Interdimensional fishing.
Yeah.
Fishing
Carson, so when you pull it out, and it dinks. There's young, fresh, little sproutlings that started to kind of wrap around and grab the rope and the crowbar.
Do they look like they match the big vine going in, or like it's some other foreign like plant life that maybe
Your
over there?
intelligence is high enough. It looks like it's new growth from the the ones going in. So native, I would say.
Seems like the vine really likes it over there, or else it's still just growing from where it started. I don't know. Neat.
Yeah, literally.
It'll just walk away. Like,
thank you. That's actually the response I was hoping. Huh.
Neat. Well, at least things can seem to non-hellhound based life seems to not completely hate it over there.
Well, at least the first 15 feet of the dimension, at least.
Right.
Historians one day will discover this is the moment the invasive plague came into the world.
They'll kind of like
It's our
shake
fault.
off the new growth into the lava pool. They're like, well,
Okay.
there we go.
You invented a crowbar god in that dimension.
Maybe. You never know. I'm taking notes of everything you guys are doing. This is all now just new stuff for
Yeah,
me to run with.
There's a very, very basic tribe on the other side of the portal going, what the fuck?
In the time dilation is different. So like it seems like those plants grew in like seconds, but it was actually like months. And so yeah, they had time to just see this weird metal
move very
object.
slowly.
You
Yes.
should definitely stick your head through and go boo.
If there is a crowbar god, Al is converting.
I'll remember that for campaign 2.
Thank
You
you,
know,
thank you.
and the next
Converting
2
implies that
years.
Al has a belief in some god.
She doesn't share everything. It's only been
Okay.
162 sessions.
Well, apparently everybody has a different name.
Yeah.
Says who? Who told you?
All right.
Don't believe him. They're lying.
So, I will say, actually, all of you that are at the portal, go ahead and give me a perception or an investigation check. Y'all's call. It's the same DC, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to tell me which one. I'm just giving y'all 2 options. 9, 25, 28, and then
Channel.
Cielo, if you want to.
You're muted, Chilla, there.
Yeah, I just hit the button because I thought it was already muted. What skill check
Perception,
is this again?
Perception or investigation, your choice. It doesn't matter.
Eyesight.
Yeah.
Oh. 23 total.
3 total. All right, Davis, you're just kind of distracted and thinking about the fishing and just having a kind of fun and just kind of imagining
Yeah, it's like
the
maybe I
biggest
should throw
fish you could
tie
catch.
a javelin to this and see if we can really catch something.
Yeah, exactly.
You
But
all were professional portal fishers.
oh, the gift game is so strong. Thank you. The other three, the remaining three of you guys, you guys do notice because all of you rolled fairly high that the initial rapid expenditure and cascading of growth and just vibrancy of these plants is exploding out was insane. But this entire time, they still continue to kind of, that they're still moving, they're still growing, they're still twisting a little bit. New sproutlings are still coming up and down. Like the magic has not stopped. It's kind of like where they say like the Big Bang, right? Like it's just rapid expansion and then it's the gradual slowing and cooling. So on the other side, they're probably still growing because you see like here, there's still little sproutlings reaching out, twisting, gathering, getting thicker and making more of a mesh. Might be at some point eventually that this entire place is just covered by green. Who knows? But the other thing that you notice, because you're Ben and Karos, because you guys rolled so high, you guys also hear just out in the distance the same howls, the same, as you called them, what are fire fangs? Not hellhounds. You guys are calling them fire fangs. You hear the fire fangs off to the distance, confident that they're not anywhere close, but still, even with like a 28 and 25, it's still kind of hard to judge the distance based on how sound would travel in this barren, blasted landscape. So there's definitely still quite a number of hounds out there. And they may always be here. They may never make it back to the portal. Who knows? But that being said, it's been about a total of an hour. You guys did have a combat, and you guys were not sufficiently protected. So, I did rule you guys were sufficiently protected. No, you were not. That didn't give you enough cover. So that makes another hour out here. Does anyone have a Constitution score lower than 3?
Yes.
Sorry, bonus lower than 3.
Yep.
And not Cielo because he's got the Everest. Okay, if you do, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Scars?
I guess technically, yes.
Okay. 15 total.
You're fine.
Yay. I thought Ben also. Do you have a +3?
I have
Ben's
a
got
+3.
Oh, okay. Am I the only other? Me and Cielo are the only two that are below 3? Damn.
I believe so.
Got
Yeah.
a bunch of power
Okay.
gamers in this. Wait. Well, no, Al's got a +2.
Oh, then yeah, Al, if you can.
What? Am I there?
I thought. No, you're still outside. Like, you guys are all under
That's
the choke.
you're in a
right?
ruin. Yeah,
Oh,
you're in a ruined
my bad.
building.
Wow.
There is no sufficient cover.
Sorry. +2.
Just
Save.
if your con is a 3, like a total modifier of 3 or lower, then I need you to roll me a Constitution
No,
saving throw.
lower than 3. 2
Okay.
or lower, right?
Yeah, sorry. Yes.
Saving throw. Okay.
Sorry, Al.
I'm immune because of my mouthpiece, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Because I'm definitely not that con.
Oh,
17.
that's good.
What was it?
17. I'm like,
Oh yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine.
Wow, not bad.
It's not so much. Yeah, you guys are good. You guys are kind of trucking through.
Did
You guys
Rock
are.
roll?
A rock has a good con. Doesn't he?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just
Like most of you guys have.
+3 or
a good-
higher, safe. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. Now the next time I call for it, it'll be a 4 or higher, and a 5 or higher, and a 6 or
Wow.
higher, and a 7 or higher. Yeah, that's
We gotta get out of
that's
here.
how it goes. But
Hey guys, I think we're in danger.
hey. So you guys do your fishing. do the exploring, kind of the resting, kind of talking to each other, still being on guard, hearing the howling. Off to the distance, you hear footsteps approaching. There's this moment of tension, but as you look over, it's Al and Rock coming back. Rock is kind of holding up it's kind of hard to see, but like a rolled up large piece of vellum. He's like, I think I found something really good, guys. And
Awesome.
Pablo just instantly flies over to him.
I was gonna pat him twice on the back and give a big thumbs up that hopefully the rest of the menagerie can see. I was excited.
So we can turn this thing off.
Um,
Hopefully.
I think
Right.
we got a better chance than not.
Okay.
There's gonna be something here that is, I don't know what a word is, but I'm just gonna call it like a control panel, control sigil, control something. If we find that, we'll be able to hopefully open it up and turn off the power.
Okay, where should we start looking?
So, he kind of opens it up, and you see that this is like, he kind of shows it before you guys as you guys have all gathered, being very careful not to drop it or get it ruined. God, if I was an awesome DM, I would have drawn this out. Fuck, I'm just, ugh.
How dare you?
Fine. Describe
How
it.
dare
Describe
I?
it.
Yeah. So,
Use
it,
your brain painting.
yeah, right. So, it it kind of shows uh, the diagram and the various components, and there are many, many, many like additional smaller images that have been drawn into this, just pointing to parts of the archway, and then extrapolating out, giving a more detailed image and everything. And it looks like actually the archway itself houses the control mechanism. It's not actually built off of it. You guys were just kind of scouring around looking for something possibly, but it's actually part of the main archway. It's just part of the side of it. And there's panels, and when you guys approach it, this thing is active. This thing is magical. This thing is still roaring. Rock kind of looks at the diagram. He's got enough of a. His Arcana is so freaking high that I don't even need to make him roll. That he's able to, align the picture, especially with like Karos's help and all that, to kind of match it. And you find where on it's not an exact how did you want to say it? It's not the archway is not symmetrical completely. On one side, there's a little bit more portion that juts out to the side, and there it. Now that you kind of see it and you're able to focus in on it, uh, you take the schematics, look at it, and you're able to see that there are couplings and housings, and there are ways to like move panelings away, and they do open up. And as it opens up, essentially you see, I'm gonna, I, you see like a strip, essentially, of, we'll say, it should be vertical actually. I drew it horizontally, so let me fix that. I'll fix that in a second. But you see like a vertical strip, and there are 7 uh, for the lack of a better term, stones or buttons or glyphs or whatever you want to kind of imagine it, that are made of like similar metal workings that the cage and all the fine metal work is used within the apparatus. You can see that within this, there's humming sounds, there's buzzing sounds, there's glowing, there's what look like ropes or chains, but they're actually like finely braided metals that seem to be carrying arcane pulses and magic energies through this arch. And as you kind of trace them and follow it, there is essentially like uh, this strip that represents, to the best that you can understand by looking at Rock's ability to ascertain and understand this diagram, the control and or power source. And for the sake of this is going to be a puzzle for you guys, and I'm going to show it to you, and then we're going to go to break,
Yeah.
and then I will let you guys think. But let me fix it, because I realized I put it in the wrong orientation, because it wouldn't make sense for it. I mean, it could be horizontal, but it's meant to be vertical.
1, I'm very excited. 2, we're so fucked.
All right. So for the sake of it, it's going to be on the far right of the map. And then hopefully, there you go. Can you see that?
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, I see banner, mushroom, Bluetooth. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sideways
So
butterfly.
have fun. And that
Bow
is
tie.
yep,
Scrotum.
and that is the
66.
puzzle.
You're right. 10. Upside down 10.
And
Oh,
when
we're
we
screwed.
pick up, you guys will need to figure out this puzzle to turn off the gate and reroute the power. So 1 is turn off gate. 2 is reroute power to Telly. If you successfully do that, you guys will leave and you guys will level up.